Hello. In this demonstration, I will provide some detailed examples of how imposition, bleeds, and marks can be set up in the TotalFlow print server. Basic imposition is supported using the job editing capabilities. For advanced imposition setup, it is recommended to use TotalFlow Prep. Let's begin with some samples. First, we will look at how a booklet can be set up. I will select the desired job, double-click on it, or click the edit pencil. Since this is a letter original, I am going to use a ledger size for the booklet. I will select that paper, turn on my preview, then go to the Layout tab where I can select Booklet. When Booklet is selected, the pages from the original are automatically resequenced. Unfortunately, Preview for Booklet is not supported at this time. However, operators can see that the resequencing is correct by clicking this Page Numbers option. For example, 1, 2, 38, 3. They can see that these pages are in the right order and will be produced as a booklet. Next, let's lay out some business cards. I'm going to double-click on my business card job. And we will lay these out again on a ledger size piece of paper. By default, the business card will be scaled to the ledger size paper, but we will go turn that off, and we will put it in the center of the page. These defaults can always be overridden in the Processing Options page configuration area of the print server. So now we have one card up on this page. I'll zoom in a little bit. And I am going to go to Gang Up and select Repeat. In the Job Editing tool, only a limited number of pages per sheet are supported. I will pick 9 for this example. In TotalFlow Prep, you can specify the number of rows and columns to more effectively fill the sheet with the images. So now it has laid these out, but these aren't quite how I want it to print. So I will now go to the Marks and Bleeds page. I will turn on margin gutter settings, and now I need to specify my finished size. I know that these are 3.5 by 2-inch tall business cards, and they have no bleed because they are white edges. I'm going to scroll down and turn on my marks, my corner marks, and I'll put on my center marks. You'll notice that the marks do not appear. That's because it is important. This is important to notice that you must turn on margins in order to see the marks. So I will put on a margin, and then the marks will begin to be displayed around the edges of the job. So if I zoom in now, I can see that I now have my cut marks for these business cards. If I made changes, for example, changing this to 16, all of those mark settings would be applied. Next, let's look at a postcard that has some bleeds. So I will double-click my postcard. Again, I'm going to impose these on a ledger sheet. I will go to my layout page, turn the reduced enlarge to off, and center it on the page. Zoom in a little bit so I can see it. And I'm going to go to Gang Up and select Repeat. And we will do 4 images on this page. I will go to my Marks and Bleeds page, and again I will turn on my margin gutter settings and specify a custom finish size. In this case, it's 7 inches by 5 inches. And I know that there is a 0.06 horizontal and a 0.06 vertical bleed on these in order to get a nice solid color-filled edge. If the PDF file had the bleed in there, I could have used this use trim box option and we would have automatically set these bleed values. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. Again, you need to turn on your margins. This is the most important thing to remember in order to see your marks. And I will turn on my front side marks and my center crop marks. If I zoom in, I can see that the document has the bleed of 0.06. This original file, just for demonstration purposes, had the finish size specified inside of this red area. So when the document is cut, the red lines would disappear. That is just for demonstration purposes. We did not add that to the file in the job taking editing tool. So now if I click hold, I can go print this document. The other thing I could do, if I wanted, was specify some gutters, horizontal or vertical. Let's see what that looks like. So it has added space between if I have a document that I want to print and have space between when I cut. For the last demonstration, let's take a look at a cut and stack or speed imposition. I will double click my file. And we're going to put these two up onto a ledger sheet. I'll go to Layout, select Gang Up, and select Imposition Speed. Similar to booklets, the Imposition Speed preview is not supported. But again, you can turn on this page numbers option and it will show you the page numbers and how it will be produced. So in this case, we can see that 2 is going to be printed on the back of 1, 6 on the back of 5, then it will be 3 and 4. So when I print this document out, I can cut it right down the middle, take the left stack, and put it on the right stack. This is how our cut and stack or speed imposition works. This has been a brief overview of marks, bleeds, and some of the imposition options. Again, for very advanced imposition options, it's recommended that a customer use TotalFlow Prep. But there's fairly sophisticated basic imposition options supported by default in the TotalFlow print server. Thank you for your time.